over 2,600 years ago, there lived a man called Jeremiah. He was from the town of Anatoth, just north of the city of Jerusalem. Anatoth was situated in the territory of Benjamin and was allocated to the Levites by Joshua centuries before. This weeping prophet was called by the Lord at a very young age, and his ministry spanned over 5 decades during the reigns of 5 kings of the southern kingdom of Judah. The prophet's messages from the Lord for God's chosen people both scandalized and infuriated them, as he left no stone unturned in exposing and condemning their apostasy from the Lord, and their incessant pursuit of other gods on their high places as a result of this waywardness. Jeremiah persistently warned both prophets and priests, kings, princes, nobles, and the common people that if they persisted in their rebellion, disaster would surely come by the Lord through the hand of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. We invite you to use your imaginations along with us, and through the use of a special time machine, travel back centuries to the temple area in the city of Jerusalem in ancient Israel, where we find God's prophet in chains because of his scathing rebukes to both high and low in the land.
Guard, station yourself at the palace gate. The king and the queen should be arriving shortly. They've been sighted outside the palace. I just hope he hasn't heard of the ruckus that this prophet, this madman, has caused in his absence. Good people of Jerusalem, fellow citizens of Judah, I am Pashhur, son of Aaron. I am vizier and first counselor to his eminence. I welcome you to this most distinguished occasion, even the welcoming of your high king, your most glorious and prestigious monarch, King Zedekiah. It is my honor to introduce His High Majesty, along with His most noble queen, even the First Lady of Jerusalem. Hardly worth mentioning my joy and exuberance welcoming back of you and your queen into Jerusalem.
Yes, Pashhur. Now, one of these things I've been hearing about from my couriers while I've been gone, about this so-called madman in my kingdom, who feigns himself a prophet.
I told you months ago you should have stoned him then, but you never listened to me.
Quiet, woman. Keep to your own affairs.
This madman's croakings of doom are my affair. He speaks against our great goddess Pashhur.
Indeed he does, Your Majesty. Indeed he does.
Your Majesty, if I may be so bold to suggest, give leave to my men now, and I will bring you back the dead body of this troublemaker who pretends to be a prophet.
To be honest with you, Benaiah, there's nothing that would please me more. Nothing. Yet, we must use caution with such things as it could cause an uprising among the people. Well, first counsel to the king. How did you handle the situation in my absence?
Well, Your Majesty, he speaks boldly and just brazenly against the king, against the Lord Baal, against all the high places around Jerusalem. He even dares to speak against this temple itself. Therefore, as you ordered before you left, I had him flogged and bound. For it was only just and right that he be punished for such brazen activity.
Well, my pompous one, it has taken your vizier to deal with this insane babbler. You conveniently ordered him to do so while you were away, in hiding.
Quiet, woman. Where is he?
He has been flogged and is bound in the high gate of Benjamin in this very temple.
Bring him to me.
Guard, bring the traitor. Move!
Jeremiah of Anatoth, the troubler of Israel.
It is not I who am the troubler of Israel, Zedekiah, but you, the son of Josiah, have led all Israel astray in the worship of other gods. No, it is not I who am the troubler, it is you. The wrath of the Lord is against you. me the fountain of living water, and they have hewn for themselves systems that can hold no water. What have I done to you, my people, that you have turned your backs on me? Look at every high place surrounding the hills of Jerusalem. There's not one that is not impregnated with your idols. And yet, you come and stand in this holy place, in this temple that I have chosen of all the places on the surface of the earth to put my name, to call my own. And you put your disgusting idols inside the Lord's temple. And you say, we are safe. We are safe, as you exclaim, the temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord! The temple of the Lord! Must I remind you? Go to Shiloh and see what I did to it. Because of the wickedness of my people there, the tabernacle there is no more. I allowed myself to be worshipped there, but I destroyed Shiloh, and I shall destroy this place. Not one stone will be left upon another, says the Lord. What fault did your ancestors find in me, says the Lord, that they turned their backs on me and forsook me, and followed worthless idols, and so became worthless to me? They turned their backs on me, and not their faces. Hear this, O Israelites! Though your king places these shackles and yokes upon me, the Lord reminds you that of all the nations of the earth, he chose you and he laid his yoke on you to bind you to himself. But you have forsaken. What I have said, I was compelled to say.
Majesty, the end of the sword will silence these insane rantings from this son of Satan.
No, Benaiah. No. Let him rave on, that all men may know that he's mad. He's mad. Come, my queen. It is late. Long journey. Our supper grows cold.
Citizens of Jerusalem, Pashhur, first counsel and vizier to King Zedekiah himself.
Most noble citizens of Jerusalem, listen and listen well. May it never be said that our most illustrious Majesty, King Zedekiah, lacks beneficiaries. Because of his magnanimity, his unswerving benevolence, our wondrous sovereign has decreed and decided that the prisoner, Jeremiah of Anatoth, despite his egregious and slanderous and sacrilege behavior against his majesty and all things sacred to us, is to be released from his bonds and set free to go his way, provided he speaks no more against this holy place. Guard, you may release the prisoner. I said, release the prisoner.
Thus says the Lord, Pashhur. He has one more word for you. Your name shall no longer be called Pashhur, but terror on every side. You will not have a descendant who will live past the age of 30. All of your sons and your sons' sons will be carried into exile by the king of Babylon. Hear my words